I'm Julie Blake with the Singer Shortcut Lab.
And I'm Lana.
We're so delighted that you're here. And we created this because your voice is a direct expression of your soul. And they say that speaking in front of people is the greatest fear. Well, I don't agree. I actually think singing is.
Mm,
And in my experience, you can't get any more naked and vulnerable than actually singing in front of people.
hmm
And so, what that means is when you overcome the fear of singing in front of people, it actually develops an inner confidence and an inner courage that can't come from anywhere else.
Yeah.
Because singing has the power to take you from the depths of despair up to your highest level of consciousness, just like that.
Yeah.
And so, if any of you have had your voice shut down by a choir teacher telling you to mouth the words, or maybe your mom told you, you can't carry a tune in a bucket, or your kids told you not to sing, and you stopped singing, it's just really curious, like, what all did that actually really shut down?
Mm, hmm
Yeah, and what would open up if you actually had some fun singing, whether you think you can sing or not? What would open up in your life with
Yeah.
singing? That's my question. Lana, what's your why?
Well, when you approached me about this collaboration, it really, ooh, when you approached me, well, that is the point, isn't it? When you approached me about this collaboration, I was like very excited because as somebody who has created music with AI for a while now, but hasn't exactly performed my own music, I thought this is the perfect way for me to transition from creating those songs that have made me go from, really low lows to high highs that I've created myself through my stories. How can I now take that to the next level and really embody and express that? And so I thought, okay, let's do this. Let's do this for others in service of how they can do the same.
Enough. Okay. Well, with singing, I found out they'd say, I need to find my voice. And I'm like, it's not a lost voice problem. It's an
hmm
actually is a too many voices in the head problem.
hmm
And so what I found was that when you can get out of the illusions of the mind and all the fear and all the things that critical voice says, it's actually pretty darn easy to learn how to sing.
Yeah. I can attest.
My vocal coach in Nashville, he'd say, Julie, now learning how to sing is 90% trick in the brain.
hmm Yeah, and I can say, with clarity from working with you that the methods in which you use allow me to feel like the simple is the better. I am actually getting out of my head more and more through the ways that you teach.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So, in case you're curious and wondering where did this singer shortcut method come from? Well, in 1998, I started singing on a dare, ended up addicted to karaoke, and then I found myself at Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch because I had met a local vocal coach who said that you can actually train your voice to sound like the stars. And I was like, really? You're not either born with it or you're not? But I did a 10-day master class with this guy named Seth Riggs, and Michael Jackson was his client. So he was the vocal coach to Are the Stars. So that's what threw me into the world of vocal technique. And that was back in 1998. And since then, what I did is I helped people actually study voice by taking all of that I spent an insane amount of money on, like 150 to 500 an hour to learn all these techniques. And I'm like, nobody wants to do endless boring vocal technique. So I started teaching rock star voice tricks applied to songs, applying all that so that you instantly sound better, have more confidence, have a lot more fun, and it's a lot easier on your voice so you don't blow it out. And then just this year, I discovered something absolutely revolutionary. It's called the Singer Shortcut Mouthpiece. It's actually a physical um, spacer you put in your mouth, and it magically puts your voice into that alignment that I spent $30,000 trying to learn how to train myself on.
Hmm.
Okay, Lana's going to talk about the process of actually writing your signature song.
Oh, yeah. So the process to writing the song, for example, Not For Everyone is a song that I actually chose to work on with Julie so that way I could extend my range. When we work on your song, it's going to be a 3 session process. So the first session, you come in and you basically info dump, and you're going to tell me parts of your story that feel aligned with who you are and bridging that gap to who you're becoming or what you want to embody and how you want to act and be in the world. And then, so that's going to be like an hour-long conversation at least, where we kind of get the fragments of the truth for your song. Then in the second session, you're going to come with all of your sonic inspiration. Okay. So it's going to be a playlist of songs that you really enjoy. And we're going to go through them together. And you're going to tell me why you love them, whether it be because of the music or the lyrics or the sound, anything. Then I go to work behind the scenes and I create your song. And the song is also going to be created in your vocal style as much as we possibly can. So this can come from getting a voice sample from you or me architecting the language so that way it sounds like you. And Julie is going to help you find your sweet spot and we'll work together to make sure that the song that we create fits you well. And then in the third session, we're going to come together and listen to it. We're going to talk about how it feels, how it lands. What is that initial feeling of everything that you've just created and now stepping into? And then I'll pass it over to Julie, where you're going to learn your song and actually sing it into existence. Sing this version of you that you want to become.
Thank you so much, Lana. So, how this is going to go down is in May, you'll get your song written and do your sessions with Lana. And as soon as you sign up, you'll get your first session with me, which I'm calling a Voice Magic Reclaim Your Voice Chakra session, where we really kind of look at on any level you're willing to look at. It could be emotional, psychological, it could be a trauma, it could just be a voices in the head of someone who said something to you and shut your voice down. Um, it could be from any dimension or any realm of spiritual, whatever it is. I just call it voice magic. I create a really safe container. And usually my clients have profound shifts and huge releases without having to relive any trauma. They just get lighter. It's usually really quite fun. And then June, the first week of June, we're going to do our first group event. It's called the Singers Fun House. Yeah, because it's fun. And
Yes.
it's where we're going to actually just play around with the voices in your head and give you all kinds of games and tools so that you can take the mic back from the voices in your head and you get to choose who decides to have the mic.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And then the second group session is the second to last week of June. And that is the run through lounge. This is where we all get together as a group again and everybody goes through their song and we play and we laugh and we share. And then the next week, the last week of June, is our Sing and Shine showcase.
Woohoo! I'm very excited.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's going to be so much fun because you guys will be pros by then.
Hmm.
Plus, we'll be of interacting with the group on Facebook. And yeah, it's just going to be super fun. I am so excited because I've just seen, I can't even tell you all the levels of a life that gets transformed by overcoming the fear of singing in front of people. Or if
Hmm.
you are a singer, go into your next level with ease.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's your magic. Your magic is really making it fun and playful. I think there's so much pressure around voice, and what does come alive when you free that is so much more than just being able to sing your song. Like that is just the focus that we have, but the way it impacts your life outside of just singing is incredible.
Yeah. So we don't have a big, huge sales funnel.
That's not our style.
it's
That's not our
it's
style.
not our style. But if this is making your heart sing, or if you're feeling a little sparkle, or if you're thinking, "Oh wow, do I dare?" Do I dare give myself permission to sing?
Do
Am
I
I?
dare have fun exploring and being curious about what I really sound like? Ooh.
Ooh. Do I want to discover my big girl voice or my real voice?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it just starts with a conversation to see if it's a fit. And so, yeah, if you're questioning it, just go ahead, reach out to me via email or text me. And, we'll just have a conversation and we'll fill into it and see if it's something that would be fun for you. And it's
Yeah,
it's that simple.
it's as simple as that. I love the real communication and the ease of just the camaraderie that's going to be built from, these connections because so many people I feel are looking for group and camaraderie right now, and that's really what this is about, supporting each other, playing, having fun, and finding ourselves with others. It's great.
Yeah, awesome. Okay,
Cheers!
cheers.